Borjigin is the last name of the imperial clan of Genghis Khan and his successors. The senior Borjigids provided ruling princes for Mongolia and Inner Mongolia until the 20th century. The clan formed the ruling class among the Mongols and some other peoples of Central Asia and Eastern Europe. Today, the Borjigid are found in most of Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, and Xinjiang, although genetic research has shown that descent from Genghis Khan is common in Central Asia. Origin. The patrilineage began with blue-grey wolf and fallow doe. As in the secret history of the Mongols, their 11th generation descendant Dobumurgen's widow Alangua the Fair was impregnated by a ray of light. Her youngest son became the ancestor of the later Borjigid. He was Bodon Charmunkag, who along with his brothers sired the entire Mongol nation. According to Rashid al-Din Hamadani, many of the older Mongolian clans were founded by members of the Borjigin, Barlas, Urad, Manghud, Taichu, Chonos, Kiat, etc. The first Khan of the Mongol was Bodon Charmunkag's great-great-grandson Khiruge Khan. Khiruge's grandsons Kabul Khan and Ambahai Khan succeeded him. Thereafter, Kabul's sons, Hotala Khan and Yeshige, and great-grandson Temujin ruled the Khamag Mongol. By the unification of the Mongols in 1206, virtually all of Temujin's uncles and first cousins died, and from then on only the descendants of Yeshige Bagator formed the Borjigid. Mongol Empire. The Borjigin family ruled over the Mongol Empire from the 13th to 14th century. The rise of Genghis narrowed the scope of the Borjigid Khiad clans sharply. This separation was emphasized by the intermarriage of Genghis's descendants with the Barlas, Barin, Manghud and other branches of the original Borjigid. In the western regions of the empire, the Jurchen and perhaps other lineages near to Genghis's lineage used the clan name Khiad but did not share in the privileges of the Genghisids. The Borjigit clan had once dominated large lands stretching from Java to Iran and from Indochina to Novgorod. In 1335, with the disintegration of the Ilkhanate in Iran, the first of numerous non-Borjigid Khiad dynasties appeared, established by marriage partners of Genghisids. These included the Suldus-Chupanids, Jalayirids in the Middle East, the Baralas dynasties in Chagatai Khanate in India, the Manghud and Onghirat dynasties in the Golden Horde and Central Asia, and the Oirats in western Mongolia. In 1368, under Tophon Timur, the Yuan dynasty was overthrown by the Ming dynasty in China, but members of the family continued to rule over Mongolia homeland into the 17th century. Known as the Northern Yuan dynasty, descendants of Genghis Khan's brothers, Hassa and Belgate, surrendered to the Ming in the 1380s. By 1470 the Borjigin lines were severely weakened, and Mongolia was almost in chaos. Post-Mongol Empire. After the breakup of the Golden Horde, the Khiad continued to rule the Crimea and Kazan until the late 18th century. They were annexed by the Russian Empire and the Chinese. In Mongolia, the Kublaids reigned as Khagan of the Mongols. However, descendants of Ogedei and Ariq-Boka usurped the throne briefly. Under Dayan Khan, a broad Borjigid revival re-established Borjigid supremacy among the Mongols proper. His descendants proliferated to become a new ruling class. The Borjigin clan was the strongest of the 49 Mongol banners from which the Bontois clan proper supported and fought for their Khan and for their honor. The eastern Korchans were under the Hassarids, and the Ongnigud, Abhar Mongols were under the Belgatiids and Temugo-Ochaginids. A fragment of the Hassarids deported to western Mongolia became the Koshuts. The Qing dynasty respected the Borjigin family and the early emperors married the Hassarid Borjigids of the Korchan. Even among the pro-Qing Mongols, traces of the alternative tradition survived. Achi Lomi, a banner general, wrote his history of the Borjigid clan in 1732–35. The 18th century and 19th century Qing nobility was adorned by the descendants of the early Mongol adherents including the Borjigin, Genghisids, Among the Asian dynasties descended from Genghis Khan were the Yuan dynasty of China, the Ilkhanids of Persia, the Jochids of the Golden Horde, the Shaybanids of Siberia, and the Astrakhanids of Central Asia. As a rule, the Genghiside descent was crucial in Tatar politics. For instance, Mamai had to exercise his authority through a succession of puppet Khans but could not assume the title of Khan himself because he was not of the Genghiside lineage. The word Chinggisid derives from the name of the Mongol conqueror Genghis Khan. Genghis and his successors created a vast empire stretching from the Sea of Japan to the Black Sea. The Chinggisid principle, or golden lineage, was the rule of inheritance laid down in the legal code attributed to Genghis Khan. A Chinggisid prince was one who could trace direct descent from Genghis Khan in the male line, and who could therefore claim high respect in the Mongol and Turkic world. The Chinggisid states were the successor states or khanates after the Mongol Empire broke up following the death of the Genghis Khan's sons and their successors. The term Chinggisid people was used to describe the people of Genghis Khan's armies who came in contact with Europeans, primarily the Golden Horde, led by Batu Khan, a grandson of Genghis. These were predominantly Oghuz, Turkic-speaking people rather than Mongols. Europeans often called the people of the Golden Horde Tatars. Babur and Humayun, founders of the Mughal Empire in India, asserted their authority as Chingisids, because they claimed it through their maternal lineage. They had never used the clan name Borjigin. The last ruling monarch, Muhammad Alam Khan, of Genghisid ancestry, was overthrown by Red Army in 1920. Yuan dynasty family tree. Genghis Khan founded the Mongol Empire in 1206. His grandson, Kublai Khan, after defeating his younger brother Ariq-Boka, founded the Yuan dynasty in China in 1271. The dynasty was overthrown by the Ming dynasty during the reign of Tofa and Timur in 1368, but it survived in Mongolia homeland, known as the Northern Yuan dynasty. Although the kingship was usurped by Azan Tayashi of the Oirats in 1453, he was overthrown in the next year. A recovery of the Khaganate was achieved by Dayan Khan, but the territory was segmented by his descendants. The last Khan Ligan died in 1634 and his son Ajay Kongkhor submitted himself to Hong Taiji the next year, ending the Northern Yuan regime. However, the Borjigin nobles continued to rule their subjects until the 20th century under the king, or in a different version, modern relevance and descent from Genghis Khan. The Borjigin held power over Mongolia for many centuries and only lost power when communists took control in the 20th century. Aristocratic descent was something to be forgotten in the socialist period. Joseph Stalin's henchmen executed some 30,000 Mongols, including Borjigin nobles, in a series of campaigns against their culture and religion. Clan association has lost its practical relevance in the 20th century, but is still considered a matter of honor and pride by many Mongolians. In the 1920s, the communist regime banned the use of clan names. Because of that, a disproportionate number of families registered the most prestigious clan name Borjigin, many of them without historic justification. The label Borjigin is used as a measure of cultural supremacy. In Inner Mongolia, the Borjigid or Kyiad name became the basis for many Chinese surnames adopted by ethnic Inner Mongols. The Inner Mongolian Borjigin Taijis took the surname Bowen in Ordos Chi. A genetic research has proposed that as many as 16 million men from populations as far apart as Hazaras in the western Hetz people to the east may have Borjigid Kyiad ancestry, but the professionalism of that study is being criticized. The Kyiad clan name is still found among the Kazakhs, Uzbeks and Karakalpaks. List of Kyiad Borjigin dynasties. Mongol Empire. Golden Horde, Kazan Khanate, Kashim Khanate, Shaibanid Uzbek Khanate, Kazakh Khanate, Manghit dynasty, Khanate of Khiva, Khanate of Bukhara, Duray dynasty, Crimean Khanate, Astrakhan Khanate, Chagatai Khanate, Yuan dynasty, Ilkhanate, Northern Yuan dynasty. prominent Kiads or Borjigins, rulers of the Khamag Mongol Kaidu, Kabul Khan, Yeshuge, emperors and rulers of the Mongol Empire Genghis Khan, Toliwa Khan, Ogedei Khan, Gyu Khan, Monka Khan, Genghis Khan's brothers Hassa, Belgate, Temuga, rulers of the Khanate's Yuan dynasty Kublai Khan, Timur Khan, Tofon Timur Khan, Golden Horjochi, Orda Khan, Batu Khan, Burka, Shiban, Tota, Uzbek Khan, Ilkhanate Hulagu, Abaka, Gazan, Chagatai Khan, Kaidu, Duwa, Azan Bukharai, Kabik, Tamashirin Timurid Empire Mughal Empire, Post-Mongol Empire Golden Horde Urus Khan, Totemish, Mamai, Oleg Moksamat, Crimean Khanate Mengli Duray, Kazan Khanate Oleg Moksamat, Uzbek Khanates Muhammad Shaybani, Abafazi Bahadur, Muhammad Alam Khan, Kazakh Khanate Janibek Khan, Northern Yuan dynasty Aljay Khan, Dayan Khan, Ligadan Khan, Ajay Khan, ruler of the Tumd Altan Khan, Karkazana Bazar, empress of the Qing dynasty. The royals of the Kachin Mongols were descended from Kasa, the brother of Genghis Khan, Empress Dowager Xiao Zhuang, Empress Xiao Uizhang, Borjigit, demoted empress. During the initial building of the Qing dynasty, the Manchues and Joro clan had the tradition of diplomatic marriages with Mongols to earn their support. Qing rulers would make Mongol ladies empresses and the major concubines. As the Kachin were the strongest banner, the Manchus were anxious to make alliances from the Borjigit. These marriages produced 2 empresses and 3 dowager empresses of the Qing dynasty, from which Xiao Zhuang subsequently became a notable Grand Empress Dowager. Hence, it is not surprising to note that from Nurasi to the Shunji Emperor, all the empresses and major concubines were Mongols. Empress Xiao Juanwen was made empress in 1636, empress of Emperor Hung Taiji, daughter of Prince Manjusri, known as a benevolent empress and the most virtuous of all, made motherly Empress Dowager Empress in 1643 after the death of Emperor Hung Taiji. She died in 1649. Empress Dowager Xiao Zhuang was historically considered the mother of Qing dynasty. She was a concubine of Huang Taiji, daughter of Prince Jaisang and niece of Empress Xiao Juan, made the enlightened Mother Dowager Empress in 1643 after the death of Emperor Hung Taiji. She died in 1688, having helped Shunji Emperor, her son, run the country till his death, and Kangxi Emperor, her grandson, for 25 years of his reign. This makes all Qing dynasty emperors who ruled China proper descendants of Genghis Khan. Xiao Zhuang was an excellent politician who did not like to interfere in politics, unlike the notorious Empress Dowager Cixi. However, when the conditions required, she rendered her efforts. Gallery. Genghis Khan, Ogedei Khan, Toliwa with his wife Sorgatani Beki, Mengli Duray at the court of Bayezid II. Altan Khan, Empress Dowager Xiao Zhuang, Tok Tamish,